Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Najmi Kamar Zaman. My metric number is 2511789.
My name is Zunaina Abidin Zariza. My metric number is 2513620.
My name is Nur Adila binti Slamet and my metric number is 2321454.
My name is Nurul Shazana binti Abdul Karim. My matrix number 2519206.
My name is Putri Nur Azia binti Muhammad Zarudin and my metric number is 2516532.
And my name is Shafan Shamil Syed. My metric number is 2512229.
So today, our group would like to talk about the most used medium across the entire world to communicate, which is the messaging apps. So we all know messaging app like WhatsApp, WeChat, and also Telegram used across the entire world. If you ask 10 people about it, then I'm sure they will recognize at least one of it, But today, our main focus or our main topic is about how can these messaging apps shape the way people around the world share information across culture and across countries. Are there any benefits from it, or are there also any, the opposite, the bad side of it? So now I would like to introduce our first speaker for the day to share his opinion regarding this issue. Please, Brother Shafan.
Alright, thank you, Brother Alif. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah. 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 Thanks to Allah, we managed to gather here and to discuss this topic.
Yes.
So let's continue with the topic. Alright, so about messaging apps, there are tons of benefits from it. One of it is it can help build communities across countries. The reason is people do not need to be in the same place to stay connected. Nowadays, as long as they have internet access, they can stay connected with each other. They can communicate with each other without any problems, as long as they have internet access. That's the point. The reason is those apps allow users to create groups, channels based on shared interests such as religion, education, what else? Hobbies, and etc. So for student, myself, I'm a student. So I joined a lot of group to study together with my friends, ask questions, and even exchange some ideas. So this helps me to learn from different perspective. And for those who share the same hobbies, they also can support each other and even strengthen their relationship, even though they live far away from each other. And for activists and any humanitarian organization, they can act faster since these apps allow them to spread information quickly and even coordinate it across border as fast as possible.
As long as they have internet, right?
Yeah. So communication becomes faster and more inclusive since those apps, messaging apps, reduce distance and time barrier and involve in global communities. That's all from me.
Thank you, Brother Shafan, for your sharing.
You're welcome.
Now, we all know that messaging apps help build cross-border communities. Is what Brother Shafan said just now. But now I do have some questions in my mind. How do these platforms change the way people interact through instant feedback? Do you have any idea about that, Sister Adela?
Alright, thank you, Brother Ali, for the question. So to answer the question, I would like to discuss the benefit, which is the messaging apps is faster and two-way communications. It is enabled in all the messaging apps like WhatsApp, Telegram, and WeChat. So unlike traditional one-way communication, such as television, newspapers, or even official websites that only have one-way communication, our communication that use the messaging apps allow immediate interaction between the senders and the receivers. So in cross-border communities, this two-way communication is especially significant when information is shared in groups or community channel. Members from different countries can respond immediately by asking questions, seeking for information, and offering additional perspectives. This immediate feedback helps prevent misunderstandings and allow information to be refined collectively. In this way, communication becomes more participatory rather than passive. Furthermore, messaging apps support various forms of feedback, such as text replies, voice notes, images, and reactions. These features enable users with different communication preferences and language abilities to participate actively. For instance, individuals who may struggling to learning language, they can use voice notes as an other alternative, so they can express their views more clearly. So this inclusivity strengthens engagement within transnational communities. Over time, this continuous two-way communication can build trust. When community members feel that their opinion matters and they can contribute to discussion, they can develop a stronger sense of belongings. As a result, messaging apps do not merely transmit information across borders, they help create cooperative and supportive communication networks and connect community globally. That's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Adila, for your short sharing. Now, I think we all can agree that after examining how instant interaction can both connect and divide communities, how do messaging apps make cross-border communication more affordable? Do you have anything that you want to share, Sister Zuna?
Thank you, moderator. And apart from what Brother Shafan and Sister already said, I think that another major benefit of the messaging apps is that they are very low in cost. Unlike traditional phone, mobiles, and SMS, when these messaging apps exist, we only need to use internet data to send chat, calls, or even make video calls. So by this, ever in the entire world can connect it internationally without worrying about the high bills or SMS charges. So we can take a clearly viewed example of the Malaysian migrant workers where they stay in touch with their families back home. So even though they are in another country, they can still call or message their families or children as much as they want, as long as they have internet access. So this helps them feel connected and reduce the stress of being far. Also allows the entire family to connect it together without spending a lot of money. So this also applies to abroad students where they can stay in touch with their families and friends in Malaysia without worrying the international phone bills. I think that's all.
Thank you for your sharing. Now let's move on to our fourth panelist. I have a question for you. While real-time communication allows news to cross border almost instantly, I'm sorry. Now turning to our fourth panelist, we'll focus on the speed at which information spreads in the digital age. Do you have any opinion about it?
Okay, thank you, Brother Alif, for being the moderator for our forum today. So I want to share my take or my opinion regarding this topic, which is the benefit of messaging apps. The process of sharing information is rapid information spreading. So with the advancement of the technology and also the online platform, specifically in terms of messaging application, the information can now be shared in real time across borders. So for example, like news, updates, and also important announcement can reach millions of people in a second, which this is the features that traditional media such as newspaper and also television couldn't achieve as quickly. So this speed communication is also beneficial and also important in terms of during the emergency or the crisis. For example, natural disaster, pandemic, or even political conflicts that most of the countries are having right now. For example, in Venezuela and also in UK. People can actually receive a live update almost instantly, and this also allows individuals like us, the citizens of Malaysia, or even organization, the NGO, and most importantly, the government, to actually respond and also acknowledge any matters that occurred faster and also more effectively. I want to give another example, which is during the pandemic of COVID-19 that we are having back then. Do you guys still remember? Yes. It was a very hard time for us. So the news about health guidelines, the lockdown, and also the vaccination updates that is shared by the WHO, World Health Organization, and also Ministry of Health Malaysia is spread through these messages application, and people can actually stay informed and updated with the updates given by the government. And we can actually see the major benefits here in terms of connecting the world, and in terms of ensuring people can stay informed and also responsive better than ever before. That's all.
Thank you for your speech just now. Now, as our discussion continues, we move on beyond speed and platform control to another important dimension of digital communication across and safety. Technology has made it easier for people from different linguistic backgrounds to connect. Right, so do you have anything to share, Sister Azia?
Yes, of course. Okay, I agree with all of your opinion.
Thank you.
And I want to add one more one more benefits of this apps messaging, which is it promotes it promotes multilingual communication. So multilingual communication, it refers to the ability to share ideas, message, and information across the countries using more than one language, so they can understand. So people with different language background can understand each other, can interact with each other. So this often happen through apps like WhatsApp, WeChat, and Telegram. So this platform allows user to This platform allows user to use their own language, while others can read, translate, and ask for clarification if needed. So, for example, we can take as a university student. You may have friends that come from different states like Kelantan or Terengganu. So during semester break, they might post a WhatsApp status updates with caption using their language or dialect.
Yeah.
So by reading this post, you can ask them ask them to clarify what and want to know about their dialect. So it allows user to learn new knowledge. To learn new knowledge and learn new culture. So basically, multilingual communication is important for us because it helps reduce language barriers and makes communication more accessible for everyone. At the same time, it's allow more people to take part in conversation and more take part in conversation without feeling excluded due to language differences. So I think, yeah.
Thank you, Sister Azia. So now, I think all of us have shared our own opinion regarding the benefits of the messenger apps. Now let's move on and talk about the concerns about messaging apps. These messenger apps, are there anything that is feels like a risk they can threaten our privacy or something. So now, I want to hear your
I will start first.
you.
I will start first. So thank you, Brother Alif. Back to me again. I believe that everything is like a flip coin. There is hate, there is tail, and also same goes to messaging apps. There is pros and there is cons. But actually, it's not that bad. But things that we need to concern. One of it is information overload is kinda serious problem in messaging apps because those apps allow users to receive a large number of messages in a day, especially when they join many groups or channels. So users receive a lot of messages from different countries and different time zone, which increase the amount of important they need to process. Which increase the amount of information they need to process. Important information.
Understand.
To process. So when too many messages appear at once, users may struggle to decide which message are urgent, useful, or trustworthy. And even messaging apps make it easy to spread unverified or false information, causing confusion and misunderstanding among users. And those constant notifications and long messages threads can cause stress, fatigue, and loss of focus. So when users face such overwhelm, they may mute groups or stop checking messages, which can lead to missing important announcement or any updates. That's all from me.
Thank you, Brother Shafwan Shamir. Right?
Yeah.
So now, I have questions, and I hope one of you can answer. My question is that, what challenges arise when messages are misunderstood across different cultures and different countries?
Okay, so I think I would like to answer that question. So after all the advantages and benefits that we are discussing previously, so we need to know that one of the concern is these messaging apps also risk in cultural misinterpretation and conflict. So when information is shared across borders, it is often interpreted through different cultural, linguistic, and social frameworks. So words, expressions, and communication styles are considered polite or casual in one culture may be perceived as rude or inappropriate in another country. So one of the major issue is the absence of face-to-face interaction. In physical communication, people rely on facial expression, gestures, and tone of our voice. But in messaging apps, these non-verbal cues are limited to replaced by emojis and punctuations, which can be ambiguous. For instance, an emoji meant to signal friendliness may be misunderstood or even offend recipients from different cultural backgrounds. Additionally, the informal nature of messaging apps can intensify misunderstandings. So messages are often sent quickly and without careful reflection. In international community groups, this can cause sensitive topics to escalate into disagreements or conflict, especially when cultural norms about respect, hierarchy, or politeness. I think I want to share that I once watched a TikTok video that a woman shared that she went to a country. It's just a vacation, but when she want to take a picture, she has been prohibited from doing that, from doing this sign.
Is it in North Korea, I think?
I think. Yeah. So it's a different culture because when in her maybe in her country this sign is allowed, but in that country it is prohibited. So Therefore, while messaging apps connect communities across countries efficiently, so users must practice culture awareness and sensitivity so that we all can use the appropriate what we call it as
What do you mean appropriate way to communicate?
appropriate way. Yes, I think appropriate way lah. So that is all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Adila, for your sharing information. I think we all can agree with what she said just now.
Yeah.
Because it depends on people. Sometimes people think this is inappropriate, but to us it means friendly. You know, yeah, it is peace. Yes or no? It is called peace. P-E-A-C-E. It's like no, it's not two. It's peace. Yeah. So it's not offensive to us, but maybe in another culture or in another country, it might trigger something inside them. It might offend them. And yeah, we don't want to, get in trouble with another people from another country, right? So yeah.
Basically, we need to respect each other culture.
Yeah. Yeah, true. Yeah. Now I do have new questions. How do messaging apps, these messaging apps, what risk does misinformation pose in this low-cost, high-speed environment? Are there, like scammer? Are there any bigger issues than like scammers or like phishing? Do any of you guys want to share about it?
I think I want to raise my opinion regarding this, and you mentioned that is there any concerns other than phishing and also scammers? And I would like to highlight here is it is growing our serious concern regarding our growing dependence toward private digital platform. So basically, in today's world, most information is shared through platform that is owned by large corporations such as social media companies. And in a nutshell, these companies actually controlling the algorithm, managing the content moderation policies, and also they are having the access to every data of their own users. So I'm going to highlight here that most information that the public receive is not always neutral, as it often influenced by the profit, engagement, and also the corporate interests that the company owns. So the first one is regarding the algorithm, which is algorithm is a system where the company actually controlling what content that should be promoted, should be posted, and also need to be limited or hidden by themselves. And another second, which is the content moderation policies, as these policies, it is proven that it really limiting the freedom of information, as in these policies, if there is any post or if there's any statement that is opposite with the company's stand, they can actually take down the post, suspend the accounts of the users, and even having the topic restriction towards them. Just like what Brother Shafran had mentioned earlier, what I recall is he mentioned about humanitarian activity campaign, and it is being shared in this message application. For example, like Telegram. During, if you guys still remember, our movement, which is the Sumut Flotilla, you guys know about that?
Yes.
It is a very good campaign in which that we voices out and in which we want to give aids, humanitarian aids to the Palestine. And this movement is recorded and also updated in the Telegram. But Telegram did the opposite way, which is they actually putting the topic restriction and also taken down almost 90% of the posts regarding the Palestine and also the Sumut Flotilla in the Telegram, so people would not get the access towards the information. And in my personal opinion, it is against the digital literacy ethical in which every company should obligate. And that's it. What I want to raise a question here is who actually have the authority to actually controlling the information that the public should receive? Is it the company, or is it become our human right or our human obligatory to actually sharing the information that the public should know?
Yeah, I think it's true, because nowadays big companies like Telegram, it's like what you see is now, they monopoly what the message are interfere. Like, maybe the message mean to like to in a positive way, but then when it gets to them, then they would change it to a negative way. Why? Because they just need to profit. They need to gain profits compared to they abandon their humanitarian side just to gain profits, right? Because they are big companies, they want money, right? So yeah, I think we all can agree with what Sister said just now. Now let's move on. I think I want to hear another concern from. May I heard your opinion about this, Sister Zuna?
Sure. So I think another concern about messaging apps is the spread of misinformation or false information. So because these apps allow the message to be forwarded quickly to large group of people, and sometimes people update about current issue, share news or advice without checking if it is true. For example, we can see in WhatsApp or group or Telegram groups, people might receive message about flight delays, current issue, emergency situation, or hard tips that are not very verified. So when such message are forwarded, they can cause confusion, ambiguous, unnecessary worry or panic among the community members. So this is commonly happen in large group of people where they share the information and trust without questioning the validation. So therefore, I think that while messaging apps help people stay connected with each other, so I think that every users need to be careful and aware about the information that they share, whether it's reliable or accurate. Yeah, I think that's all for me.
Thank you, Sister Zuna. So now let's move on and let's go to our final speaker of the day, which is Sister Azia. Sister Azia, I believe that just now you shared about the access and safety about the message apps, right?
Yes.
Now I would like to ask about security threats. Are there any concerns regarding this about the messaging apps?
Okay, we all agree behind all the benefits of this apps messaging. Also have the disadvantages. Okay, so even though it's for multilingual communication, at the same time, messaging apps also pose a security threat, a serious security threats. So this happened because the scammers take advantages of how easy and fast the message spread through these messaging apps. So this scammer spread the links or file through group chats or private message, and when the users like us type the link, it will reach our personal information. So as a result, our personal sensitive data like bank account, bank details, personal account and password may be exposed and can be misused by the scammers. For example, in our celebrity, Malaysian celebrity, which is Nelofa, in 2024, she warned her follower that about the WhatsApp links, about the fake message that use her name through WhatsApp. So this time on 2024 is where the phishing links trend is happen. So another real example, recently, nurse from Pahang that lost 600,000 K because falling for a fake investment. So the scammer persuade her to by giving her job opportunities abroad. So they asked her to just invest using via the website links, and yeah, as a result, she lost the money, the big amount of money, right? So this case show that although this case show that although messaging apps support the multilingual communication, we as a user also need to stay alert and protect our personal information to avoid these scams happen to us.
Yeah. Agree.
This is my concern about these messaging apps.
For your sharing session. Now, I think we all know, right? We all can agree with what she said just now. And I want to share one experience, my personal experience. Recently in WhatsApp, right? There are a link about selling a frying pan.
Oh, frying pan.
Yeah, a frying pan. It said it's only for ringgit.
Yeah.
And then I just I tapped the link. I bought it.
You just
And
click
then-
it.
Yeah, I click it. But then when it arrived at my home, the size of the frying pan is like
This mini
is it this mini size?
Oh.
But the picture is big. You know, so
Is it usable?
it's still usable to
Oh.
cook or
In that size?
X, X, you can cook with that
just
or
the
not.
size.
So yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we need
Maybe for
to
X.
aware, we need to cautious with everything in the message apps. Yeah. So I think that's all from us. I think we don't have any more time to conclude our discussion about today's topic, which is the message apps. I think you all can agree that the message apps have a lot of benefits from it. We can maximize the benefits, and also we can't forget that, like Brother Shafwan said, our world has like a coin, as a flipping coin. You know, every good side must have their own bad sides. So we need to aware about scammers, about how we need to keep our personal information safe so that we won't get scammed and our safety won't get threatened. So I think that's all from us. Thank you and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Bye. Thank you.